Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are your hosts.
I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brimstone, and it's going to be epic and awesome. Why, Dayna?
Probably because we're starting year 2. And we
Year
have a
2!
whole new batch of Dirty Little Secrets to kick us off for year 2.
That's what I'm talking about. And here it is. See, year 2, number 2, because we're the shit. That's what I'm talking about. We're the shit. We smell good, though. We ain't those shitty shits that smell bad. We're delicious smelling shit. I don't know how the hell I went there.
It's after the poopery. We're the smelly shit after you spray the poopery.
There you go. Do you use that stuff? Have you ever used it? I don't think it works.
I have used it before.
Okay.
Basically, to me, it just smells like shit covered in flowers. Pretty much.
No free ads, poopery. Yeah. No free ads. You want to smell like roses? Then call us with some cash. Yeah. Anyways, what do you call it? First and foremost, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I know it's a little belated, but happy Mother's Day. And what do you call it? I'm glad that what do you call it? You told me you had a fantastic day. And you got fantastic stuff. And Joe had a great weekend as well. So I'm happy for him. And what do you call it? I also wanted to say that I had a good weekend too. You know what I'm saying?
Wink, wink.
So it was
nudge,
good. So
nudge.
We're all having good weekends. That means something's happening right. And that's a positive. Don't mind me. I'm squishing a little cactus here. It's not a little pocket rocket or anything. Meanwhile, the people that are listening rather than watching are going, what?
They're like, what are you talking about?
What is he talking about? Brim, what are you talking about? Anyway, so year 2, we're here for you guys. What do you call it? We want to make sure you remember you can always send us your dirty little secrets that we can sit and chat about here on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We will have you come on in and you can pull up a front row seat and hear us chat about exactly what you want to hear about is us ripping up whatever secret you might have. No, I'm just kidding. No, we have fun, man. Listen, here's the thing. Life is there to not be. You want to take it seriously, but you don't want to take yourself too seriously. If you can't laugh at things that you know what I mean, then you got a problem. You got to learn to laugh. Yes. Laugh at yourself. Laugh in general. Laughing makes everything better. So, again, if there's something that you guys have going on, that is something, guys. We get a lot of emails of people just sending in like tiny little things. And I'm not talking about their penises. Dayna gets those too, and we don't want them either. I
get those tiny little things too.
Exactly.
On occasion.
But we get these like little sometimes these one sentence that says, I didn't replace the toilet paper, or I didn't do this, or I haven't had sex in 5 years. Listen, then go get a partner and make something happen. Like there's at the end of the day, we love it. We appreciate you guys sending it in. However, you got to give us more. Give us a story so we can tell it and embrace the true essence of your dirty little secret. Am I right, Day?
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're sending in a tiny little blurb that's just like, I haven't been laid in 5 years, then, you and 100 million other people. So, maybe if you haven't been laid in 5 years, but then you lost it to your 80-year-old neighbor, like that we want to hear about. We want to know. Give us details.
Yeah. Did she wear her dentures or no? I want to know. I got to know. Did you get a gum job? This is a little funny gummy. You know what I mean? Hello, Gammy. Hello, Gammy. You got some gummies?
We can work with that.
Meanwhile, by the way, talking about somebody who hasn't gotten laid in 5 years, and that's, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that. And what do you call it? But two, we just covered about 15 or 20 different emails that we got literally in the past couple of days. Yeah. So what do you call it? We just covered you there. And again,
they made the show.
This is a cactus, not a pocket rocket. I just want to make sure you guys see that. It's not even my cactus. And
Why are you squeezing the cactus so much? You got some anxiety to work out there, Brim?
Yes, I'm a little stressed. I am a little stressed. So I told you I was going to tell you a little secret, when we got on. And so we're gonna start with a Brim secret here. And I as you know, I went and I had for my knee, I had 60 cc's of fluid taken out of my knee about 6-7 weeks ago, which was not fun. It was not a walk in the park. It was like a tumble down stairs filled with thumbtacks. So that was not fun. However, the doctor, when I went back just the other day, he said, listen, we want to send you for an MRI, blah, blah, because there's still a little swelling, a little water in there. We want to see, maybe blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. I said, there's no effing way that I'm going to get into a regular MRI machine, which is, if you've never seen them, they're this big round circle thing, which is tiny. Now, a girl that's the size of Dayna can go in there, no problem. Still is going to feel claustrophobic, potentially, but at least you're like tiny and petite, and there gives you a lot more space. When you are the size of me, I'm 4 times your size. You could probably maybe even put 5 of you next to me, and that makes my chest, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even talking about my belly, because my belly's a little bit bigger over the last couple of years from COVID, but just my chest alone, and just the way I'm built is I am a just thick, wide guy. You know what I mean?
Dad used to call it built like a brick shit house.
That's what I'm talking about. So that being said, I can't get into one of those things. So they're like, oh, well, we can send you to an open MRI. I was like, okay, well, an open MRI, that sounds somewhat decent. And like an idiot, I didn't really look to see what the open MRI is. However, I figured, well, since it's going to be for my knee, they're not going to have to put me all the way in anyhow. And then 2, I do have to get my shoulders done as well, because I have the bone spurs in my shoulders, and they wanted that too. So I was like, so I'll just cross that bridge and figure that out, when I get there. But it's open, so it must be open. But well, let me tell you something. I got there, and I was like, I had to wait for about a half hour, 45 minutes to go in. Finally went in. They're like, okay, well, you have to take off all your metal and all your jewelry and blah, 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 and make sure this is done and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, fine. And meanwhile, in the medical buildings, even if you have all your shots, you still need to be wearing a mask. And now that being said, they bring me into the room. I have the mask on. I have all my crap off, and what do you call it? They're like, okay, well, we have to sit you in this machine. The guy's like, here, you go in here and you can slide up here, slide down this way, that way, to the right, move more to the left. I'm like kind of hanging off this like little edge thing, and he positions my knee in finally, and I'm like laying flat, and I can't lay flat either. I also have problem allergies right now, so I can't breathe unless I'm sitting not up, but like slanted, elevated. So that being said, and I know this is a long story, but I got to tell it right. So what do you call it? So I asked if he could stick something else under my head. So he put like another little slit of something under my head, which was anything too wild.
Like,
so I'm like,
piece of paper.
Yeah, pretty much. So he then straps my leg in there. So now I'm strapped into the thing, because they want to make sure to keep it straight. Then what do you call it? As they're going to put me in, like my t-shirt, I guess the shirt that I was wearing, it kept riding up every time that I moved a little bit. So he's like, oh, well, so, we got to make sure that the magnets don't go anywhere near your stomach or whatever. So we have to put this in here. He pulled out this huge like board. I don't know what it was. It must be some kind of lead or so. I don't, who knows. But, just like an x-ray, except this was like a board, not a like blanket. So he stuck it onto my chest and my stomach. Now I'm laying down, so my stomach is, bigger than everything else at this point, because, I'm laying down. So anything else doesn't all match up. Now, that being said, I'm kind of like, in this thing, and he starts pushing me into it. Right now, my mask at this time is starting to crumple up a little, going a little too high on my nose. I can't move. I can't breathe. I'm starting to hyperventilate a little. And they put me in. They put me in, Dayna. I thought they were going to just go up to maybe my hips, up to my fucking chin. Okay. I was like in an iron lung is how I felt. And to my note, it was like right about, you can't see it because you guys are listening, but about maybe a foot from my face was the top of the machine. And, from the outside. So now, meanwhile, when they put me in, it was crushing down on my chest and my stomach because I was tight into the machine. So what do you call it? So I couldn't, it was, I was having a hard time breathing from that. And then with the mask on, I couldn't breathe. I'm already having a panic attack, and so, which I don't have. You got to understand, I don't have panic attacks. So for me, I did that day. This was just the other day. This was on Tuesday. And I, I started freaking out. And then he goes to put now you guys know I wear a headset. How often during the week? Never a problem. Yeah. He goes to put his headset on me because he's like, oh, it's going to be loud in here. I'm like, I put the headset. I'm like, get me out now. Now, take me out now. And he's like, are you serious? I said, take me out. And he's like, well, you were a wrestler. I was like, yeah, I can hit people and people can hit me and I'm okay. I said, this is not for me. Get me the hell out now. With a lot more F-bombs and what do you call it? I was like, I felt like I was in a fucking casket. You know what I mean? I couldn't breathe. So that being said, I left. I got my shit. I fucking got out of there. No MRI. And guess what? I don't give a shit. So that's my dirty little secret. I was a bitch and I'm proud of it. I'm a bitch and I'm proud, and that's fine. But the moral of this story is we're all fucking human, and doesn't matter how. I have no other fears. You know what I mean? My fear in life is death, and that made me feel like I was in a coffin, and I wasn't comfortable. So what do you call it? So that is, it's okay. I want people to understand that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be afraid. And if you have to walk away from something and revisit it in a different manner later on, and this goes for anything, whether it's your career, your life, a relationship, school, whatever it is, you can always come back and always revisit it. So if you need to take a step away, all right, it's okay.
Yeah. We just had a whole conversation about that right before we got on, and you're absolutely right.
See what I did there, Dayna?
Gosh, life advice from the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
There you go. Are you starting us off or am I? I think you are, right?
I am, yes.
All right.
Our first Dirty Little Secret, kicking off year 2, is I work at a motel that sees its fair share of sex workers. Ooh. It's usually the guys renting a room, and then you'll see the girl go to the door and meet them. One day I was in the back and my coworker checked this guy in. It was my wife's married boss. And sure enough, one of the regular girls met him at his door. Family man, my ass.
Wow. 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 Oh my God. Did you tell on him? I guess you didn't tell on him. Oh, yeah. Did you tell your wife? I want to know. I got to know. Did you
There's so many details in here that we could get from this. That's, well, so I would be afraid. I'd be afraid working at a motel like that because, like if there's a bunch of sex workers going in and out, there's probably PIMPs there. There's probably lots of drugs going around there. And whenever you have a lot of drugs around, there's usually a lot of crime going on there.
Could be.
That would make me, I would be like peeing my pants because I'd be nervous about it.
Yeah. You probably get solicited a lot too, I'm sure.
They'd be like, look at this girl. She's definitely a sex worker. How much do you charge?
How you doing? Huh? Hey. Yeah, anyways. Wow. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I guess one of my questions is, did you tell anybody what was going on? Like, did you tell your wife? I want to know. Did your wife tell the wife? I want to know. 2, I want to know, did you go into the room next door since you have all the keys and listen?
Put a cup up against the wall.
Hello there. What's going on now? Boom, chicka, boom, boom. What do you call it? I don't know, man.
The wife has leverage now. She's like, I'm not working overtime this week. Am I?
I want a raise and not one from your pants. Thank you very much. What up now? What am I telling you? Anyway, I don't know. And I think yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my God. So what are your thoughts?
You
don't even have a word. You can't even get it out.
No more thoughts.
No more thoughts. Like, seriously though, like craziness, man. Like, meanwhile, like, what do you do? Like, I guess I've never done that. So how does that work? Like, what do they go and like call somebody, or they go find a girl, or like how do they make?
There's just like known spots or areas, and then they all like convene around there. I do know a person, and I won't call them out, but I do know a person that has like paid for sex workers
Right,
before. And
right.
I'm inclined to text and ask right now, like, yo, how'd you get that? Did you just show up to a corner somewhere? Did you just
Right.
guess? Like,
And and here's the thing, like, I guess maybe because I'm not like going out, and even if I was single, it wouldn't be hard for me to go out and meet somebody and do things, like
yeah.
that's never been a problem of mine. And so I guess for me, I'm wondering, like, how is it that, well, this guy is married. So, I don't have a need for it. So I guess I should put it that way. So,
Yeah.
but like, wouldn't you be worried that you were going to pull up and like proposition a cop? You know what I mean?
You have to ask them. You have to tell me if you're a cop. Are you a cop? You have to tell me. You have to tell me if you're a cop.
Are you a police officer?
And if you're not, can you dress as one when we get in the room?
Wow. Do you have a siren?
Yeah. She's
wow.
like, yes, that's how I sound when I come.
Oh my God. I want to stick a siren in your ass, and every time I pound you, it's this goes woo. Okay, that's about it for this one. I think we need a little more info if you guys have the response for that. So we want to know if you went to listen and
and if you told anyone. Did you tell on this guy? Yay or nay?
Yes. Yeah. Like, I mean, man, oh man. Oof. Oofa. All right. So the next one. My neighbor has a bitchin' pool. First of all, who uses the word bitchin' anymore? No offense to you, but you use the word bitchin'. I gotta get in there. Anyway, my neighbor has a bitchin' pool. I always see her eyeing me up when I'm doing yard work. So I decided to see if I could get it. I'm assuming it means get her ass or something. Is that get it?
Sounds that connects.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Connecting the dots here. Now we have an agreement. I give her the D. The D. It makes sense. You said the D because it's bitching. I'm gonna get it with the bitching and give her the D. Oh yeah, gonna give it a yeah. Anyway, I still haven't even finished reading it, but I'm like.
I already picture him as like an Italian dude. He has his little Italian horn necklace on and a hairy chest.
There you go. Kind of like, Ford Fairlane. What do you call it? Have you ever seen that movie? Ford Fairlane? It's Andrew Dice Clay. What do you call it? So yeah, kind of like I picture like this guy being like Andrew Dice Clay. And if you're not, no offense, hey, it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not judging you. I'm just having fun with it. So let's see. And she lets me use the pool whenever I want. I'm not sure how this arrangement came to be. Probably a lot of booze, but I'm feeling pretty good about the summer. Well, I mean, getting some sex and some rays and some water all in one. Hell, maybe you could bang her in the pool. That'd be even better.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Give her the D, eh? Come on.
Like Tony Danza. Now I'm picturing Tony Danza.
What was it like? What's oh my God. Hickory dickory dock. Yo, I gave my neighbor my cock. You know what I'm saying? I know that wasn't the words that he used in it, but you never heard Andrew Dice Clay stuff?
No.
Oh my God. He used to do all the nursery rhymes. So he would make all the nursery rhymes dirty. And
love it.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't know who he is or have never heard his stand-up. Okay, now that's your homework.
Okay.
You gotta go check it out. You will enjoy it.
I will report back next week.
Yes, you will enjoy it. And he was just in. Did you watch the Pam and Tommy movie?
I did not. No.
Okay, he was in the Pam and Tommy show. He played what do you call it, the gangster, whatever that was in there. So, but you can hear the voice, like it's in Hickory Dickory Dock. The girl jumped on my cock, like something like. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to look them up. Maybe while you're doing the next one, I'm listening. I'll look some up and tell them. But anyway, do you have anything to say about this?
Hey, I mean, good for you. You got an arrangement. It sounds like you're gonna have a good setup for the summer, like
Yeah.
hey, sounds like it's working out all around. So she's getting the D, he's getting some raise.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. Wait, so is she involved? Is she there with a he, or are you with a she or a he, or he, she, whichever the
Everyone,
hell
maybe
direction
you're
we're
all a
going.
bunch of pirates, who knows what's going on here.
Yes. Yes.
So what happens if she gets attached to the D and then winter comes and you're like, I no longer
Oh,
need your pool. And then you have this woman that you have to see all the time right next door and you don't want to like that. Just, it's kind of like a don't shit where you eat kind of a thing, like,
right.
because now you live next to this person. That could be, it sounds like that could end up bad, possibly. Hopefully
Yeah.
not, but potentially bad living arrangement.
Very true. Very true. And here's the thing. I mean, unless you're really feeling her, I mean, if she's good, you're interested, I mean, if she's good looking or even if she's not, but she's a nice lady, I don't know. I mean, is there conversation when you're doing it? You're just going, brown chicka brown, brown. Would you like a pizza? Oh, look, there's a penis in the pizza. Oh my goodness.
There's a
Why
dick
not?
in this pizza box.
Why don't I play with it? Oh, yay, it's an extra topping. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. I gotta know. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so just before I have a couple of the poems here. You ready for them?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the poetry by Andrew Dice Clay.
Uh-huh.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to have some hanky panky. Silly Jill forgot her pill, and now there's little Frankie. Oh, and then he does the all right. Then this Mary had a little lamb. Her father shot it dead. Now it goes to school with her between two chunks of bread.
Oh my God.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, her clothes all tattered and torn. It wasn't the spider that crept up beside her, but little boy Blue in his horn. Oh! Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Said Simple Simon to the pieman, what have you got there? Said the pieman unto Simon, pies, you dickhead. I watched your face with that one. I watched as it registered.
As it processed.
Let's see. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men said, screw him, he's only an egg. What do you call it? Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, he kissed them too because he was gay. This was a good one. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor doggy a bone. When she bent over, Rover took over and gave her a bone of his own. Oh, last one. Little boy Blue. Hey, he needed the money. Oh, all right. So I'm done. But that's Andrew Dice Clay.
Those are good. Those are really good.
You have homework to go and watch some Andrew Dice Clay.
I do.
Make sure
I'm
the kids are
excited
asleep.
about it. If they're that's
Make sure the kids are asleep, but you'll enjoy it. So you are next, my dear.
Yes. This one says, I'm a teacher, and occasionally we have to deal with difficult kids. My favorite way, though, is to walk near them, crop dust, and then let the rest of the class think it was them.
What? That's amazing. I think that's hilarious. Little Joey, did you just fart? No, ma'am. No, I didn't. Oh, I think you did. I think you did. I think you need to be punished. You go stand in the corner in your own stank.
Yeah.
And all the kids go, Joey farted. He smells. Let's call him the smelly boy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
That's some petty revenge right there. We all know how much Dayna loves petty revenge.
Dayna absolutely loves petty revenge. Like, that's wow. Yeah.
Good petty ass revenge. Because I mean, it's like you're getting back at him a little bit with the crop dusting. But I wonder, do any of the kids ever think like, man, it smells like sauerkraut over here? And then, next week it smells like sauerkraut somewhere else. And they're like, that's because, some people have their own fart sense.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
It doesn't smell the same all the time, but there's some people have like a specific, like there are, like I can look at my husband and be like, did you fart? Because he has there's like remnants of the same smell that go through all of them.
Ill. That's all I'm going to say. Ill, and another ill. That's gross. And I don't want to know about it. What do you call it? No. Okay, if you say so. It really depends on the people, on what you eat, I guess, and how your body handles it. Like what your basic diet is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't listen. I've never smelled a fart that I liked except my own, and I don't like my own.
Isn't that supposed to? Wasn't there like a thing going around the internet not too long ago that was like smelling your own farts is really good for you? Like something about the gases. I don't know what it did, but and I just remember my cousin being like, I do that all the time. She goes like, like
Oh my
whiffs her own
God.
farts.
Oh my God. Is it the fart that she's sniffing, or is it something else down below that she's like, I need to make sure if I'm feeling fresh, you know?
Oh yeah. You know, maybe a little bit of both. I don't know.
Oh, God damn it, Dayna. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Well, hey, look, it's possible. I mean, if you need to so when girls, so some girls, I guess, if they want to make sure that they're smelling fresh or whatever, some girls will either put a finger or two down and just do a little, quick smell test, and other ones will just do one of these little wafting things. The question is, which is more effective?
I mean, I could answer that, but I don't want everyone in the world to know.
What do you call it?
I don't
know.
Never hear the end of it.
Yeah. What do you call it? It is what it is. So let's move on. Unless you have anything else with this one.
Nope, go for it.
I think that is hilarious, by the way.
It's
Again,
great.
kudos. And I think what would be even better is if you put the kid in a corner and you farted in the corner while he was there and then walked away. So he was stuck with the green cloud. Or she was stuck with the green cloud. That'd be hilarious. They're all, if they're wearing masks, it doesn't do such a good job anymore. So, you gotta make sure to take the mask off.
Yeah, this must have been pre-pandemic.
All right, here we go. So my grandma and I, whoa, is this going somewhere where I don't want it to go? All right, I'm going to continue, but I'm scared. My grandma and I were really close. She told me my whole life that I could have her diamond ring when she died. When that time came, my aunt absolutely refused to let me have it and said that she was going to bury her with it because it was her favorite piece of jewelry. I bought a fake similar ring online, and the day of the funeral, before everyone got there, I switched them. My aunt was none the wiser, and I have a special piece of my grandmother that I know she wanted me to have. Wow. Ooh, that's craziness. What do you call it? Listen, if she wanted you to have it, she should have put it in her will. That's first of all. So this way there would be no question about it. So those of you who have kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews or friends or whatever it is that you, if God forbid you are going to meet your demise, you should have it in writing what, who gets and how and when.
Yeah.
It makes things a lot
those
easier.
Family fights early.
Yes. Makes things a lot easier. But that, I think, is a little, I guess it's not bizarre, but it's bizarre. Like, I understand why you did it, but like, I wouldn't want to be doing. Like,
I just am curious. This is where my morbid brain goes to. But I'm like, what was it like slipping a ring off of a dead woman's finger?
Right.
Like, was that difficult to do? Was it like, were you afraid you were going to rip a finger off, or was it easy?
That's what I'd be afraid of.
What about like embalming fluid? Doesn't that like swell them up a little bit? I'm not sure. I don't have any expertise on this matter whatsoever. These are just the questions that have gone through my head after hearing this dirty little secret.
I have no idea, Day. I have no idea. I think that it's absolutely crazy because I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I feel weird, touching a body after it's gone, you know what I mean? And some people are like all on it and kissing it and touching it. I'm like, I understand that, and maybe it'll be different, like at one point in my life, but I'm always like, oh, like, oof, it's weird.
I think I held my dad's hand whenever he had passed. Like I held his hand whenever I went
in
up
a
to
coffin?
say goodbye.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
I think it's something about like the finality of it. Like, I'm never going to touch this hand again. And, like he's about to be put into a grime, never. And so it was kind of comforting for me to just hold his hand for a second and,
yeah.
before he was going to be gone forever, pretty much,
So that makes sense. But
Yeah.
would you have been pulling something on and off his fingers?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying. I would have felt, I'd feel like,
No.
especially with like rigor mortis and everything, that you'd break a finger, like,
Yeah.
and then what? I like, oh,
Like grandma's in the casket and her fingers are all like,
oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's not talk about that anymore. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, but listen, you got what you needed. But what happens when your aunt sees you wearing that ring now? You know what I mean?
Sometimes people don't wear the stuff that they like. My grandma, if I remember correctly, left me her ring, but I think my mom has the ring. Like it's like generational, like it goes to my mom and then the next person that's supposed to go to me. And then,
Right.
after that, my daughter and so on and so forth. But I wouldn't wear it if I had it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I like in my will, because my rings I wear all the time and so forth, and but I have in my will that that my kids get the rings and each one is divvied up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because that's something that I wear all the time. That and my bracelets.
So,
as ridiculous as it might sound, that's what I wear all the time.
yeah, and that's important. Like, my sister got my dad's necklace that he wore all the time. I have one of his rings that he wore all the time, and
Yeah.
so I get that. But so, did you make any specificities? That's there. I spit it out. Of how you wanted to.
Wow. Look at you, little Miss Fancy Pants.
Found it
Using
out,
the big
Dayna.
words today. Yes. I'm impressed. What a girl. Look at you.
Look at
Joe
me.
got lucky right on the jackpot with you this one. Look at this one. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Smarty Pants.
Did you make any like plans on how you want to be like buried or cremated, or like did you plan all of that out too?
I have not. Okay. They know what I want. So now whether I get that or not is a different story. Because I want a mausoleum, and what do you call it? Like, I don't want to go underground. So I want a mausoleum and what do you call it? And I would like to have like things of like my things or certain things like in there representing, and you know what I mean, and like that for me, I'd prefer that. And so they know that, but it's also very expensive. You know what I mean? So it depends on whether or not we're going to I guess it's something maybe you do it in advance. I don't know. So
my
maybe
husband put it in our will how he wants everything to be. He wants to be cremated and then buried under the tree in our yard.
Oof.
Yeah, like not even. I'm like, so whenever I die, I'm probably not going to end up being next to my husband because he's going to be under a tree in our yard. Who even knows? I'm like, who knows if we'll live here that long, or, like what will end up happening. But yeah, he has made very specific directions as to what he wants and how he wants it to be.
That's a little, that's some people are like that. I'm not gonna make fun of it because again, some people that's what they want, but I'd like to be somewhere where Danielle and I can then be together afterwards, and whatever our family, hopefully our family would be there too, and you know what I'm saying, and people could come and visit us somewhere, you know what I mean, and I am in the public eye, so it'd be nice for something that people can come to, like I don't know if I don't know how long that would wind up lasting in terms of that, simply because it's not like I'm Michael Jackson here or Lucille Ball, where hundreds of thousands of people visit them annually, Elvis, stuff like
Presley,
that. But you know what I mean, like I would like to be remembered, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like that's for me, that was what I would want, so they know, especially after we went to Sleepy Hollow and we were in all the mausoleums. I said see how nice this is? I said, I said, it doesn't have to be this nice, but
Yeah.
this is what I need. Just don't forget that. I
Yeah.
even told Jim over there, I said, I go, listen, you have some space for an extra spot in here. Maybe you could hook a brother up. Like beautiful views, beautiful. If you're ever when you find your way down here, because I know I'm coming to you soon, but when you find your way here, I'll try to bring you over there. You'll like lose your mind. It's just gorgeous there. Gorgeous.
Awesome.
Creepy, but you have that
I
kind
like
of
creepy.
yeah,
Creepy's
you
my
like that
vibe.
stuff. I'll bring you over there. You'll like that. So anyway, yeah. So I let's go to the next one because I think that's all we have to say about that one.
All right.
Unless you have more. I mean,
no.
I didn't think so.
I gave my boyfriend a hand job on an airplane.
Bazinga!
Yeah, Mile High Club, say what? I thought we were quiet, but at the end of the flight, this guy turned around, smiled, high-fived my boyfriend, and said, and I quote, "Nice." I almost died.
Wow.
Nice.
That's freaking crazy. You know what's really I have noise on the board. What do you call it to make on the soundboard? But obviously I don't have it set up to our thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I wish I did right now because I'd be like, nice. Yeah. Wow. First and foremost, kudos on getting a hand job on the plane and a hand job in general. Just in general, like I wish that I was getting a hand job when I was on the plane. That's nice and relaxing. And oh, this is nice. You know what I mean? Like my questions, was it out in the open? Was your schlong just flapping in the breeze, or did you guys have like some kind of a blanket or a sweatshirt over it? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then when it was time to go, because it sounds as though you went to finish. You know what I mean? So when you were going to finish, like my question here is like, did you shoot it into the sky? Did you shoot it into something? Did she take it, in the mouth?
Did you make
like,
a noise?
Did you make a noise?
Happened?
Yeah, like what happened? We need to know more.
Something gave it away. Was she like making noises?
What the hell was that motion, Dayna?
I was trying to make the noise, and then I realized that was not it.
No, it's okay. It's all right. What do you call? I hope that you don't bang Joe's balls that hard. By the way, that would be very upsetting.
He's not really into the handies that much. It's
really.
I mean, to get it started, sure,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's never to fruition.
Listen, man, you take what you can get, son. You do whatever you just get whatever you can get. Yeah. Just like hey, you gotta go for it. Just the only thing with me is in terms of you got to be careful with the boys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The main vein is that you can be a little rougher with, but the boys are very, very fragile. You need to play very nice with the boys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That I mean, you got to know just you can't, not too hard. Like what do you call it? Smack it by mistake. I'm going to put you through a wall. Because you got to be very, very careful.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. Now, if I'm doing the smacking because it's an emotion, that's a different story. Then it's being used in a manner. However, you know what I mean? Like they're very, very fragile. I don't know. I hope nothing's wrong with me. They've always been fragile. That's why I was like, because they're so big. You should know this. I shouldn't talk about that.
Are we talking grapefruits or kiwis?
Oh, they're big. They're big. What do you call it? It's like a bowl, do
you sit on them?
No, I'm not grandpa yet. Thank you. What do you call it? But they're like, and it's funny because we joke around about it all the time, and even the kids all know too. You know what I mean? It's like, because I have at one or two occasions or 3 or 4 occasions have sat in a manner, and then what do you call it? But like they were and then it's like and what do you call it? Don't worry, dad's nuts are huge. Like yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like they might be abnormally large. It is. I'm not saying my schlong is long. There's nothing to do with it. I'm talking about my you know,
Balls.
the fellas. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Talking about the fellas. By the way, for everybody who's wondering why I keep looking up, it's because I'm looking at the television in the studio, because for some reason the screen is not coming through on the computer screen, and I'm not getting under the table to fix that right now or before. So that's why, you know, I'm just looking in a weird, you know, because I want to see Dana's laughing face, you know. But anyway, yeah. So now that I got us off of my testicles, what do you call
That
it?
was a great segue. Did you
was
do
a good
that on
segue, right?
purpose?
Yes, I did. It was. I did. Anyway, back to the handy on the plane. You know, hey, that she came in handy. Oh, anyway, there we go.
You gotta hand it to her.
Gotta hand it to her. Yeah, like just very good job. What do you call it? It was a great thing. I mean, he had a whole harem, had Pamela and her 5 sisters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't got any more. You have any more? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have, guys. What do you call it? Unless you have any more comments on this one?
I don't know.
No, you know, she's like, all right, it's about that time, Brim. I want to get off with you.
Let's go.
Let's wrap it up. Like they should have done so the jizz didn't go everywhere in the goddamn plane.
We hope they did.
I hope I didn't have to sit there afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like icky sticky. No, because we know they don't clean those planes. Anyway, all right, I don't want to think about that anymore. So that's about all the time we have, guys. Our first episode after the year. Yeah, this is our first second year episode. Thank you. It's there. My brain is just starting to kind of like
still wrapped up in the hand job.
yeah, and my testicle size. What do you call it? My head is starting to cease. So yeah, again, first show back after the new year. It's not the new. You know what I mean. I'm just out of it. Dana, you want to just close this out because I'm just not speaking properly.
Oh, guys, if you have made it this far through the show, then thank you so much because we are on a hot one today.
Yes, everything was good up until now. I just can't close the show out because I just want to stay here forever.
Yeah, well,
maybe not forever.
not forever, not forever. But I will say we are going to need more of your dirty little secrets so we can do more of these shows. So go to thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com and you can anonymously submit your dirty little secrets there. And then don't forget that the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hell yeah, guys. Rate, review, subscribe. 5 stars only on the ratings. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit us up on all the social media. And as always, we will see you again next week.
You think we want something from you? You got another thing coming.